Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalawam, Zephaniah, Yahawah'S, YASHARAHLA, aka Yah coming from Sixth Floor Tiger School of Truth. And today's class is Earth. It's here, Jack. It's Earth. Yahawah'S truth, not Esau lies. Because I've been saying it for a while. I was going to do this class. Here it is. I'm doing this class, but hopefully brothers can see that these devils, that they science is garbage. And they've been lying about a lot of stuff. I just seen them praise Neil Armstrong the other day, man. And just keep making references to going to the moon, man. That's why Obadiah 4 say that, what it say. You know what I mean? And, for brothers that's in the truth, to land me back off what I'm saying and make a better class. Or do a joint in their own way. But if we bring it down this kingdom, all the way, and we got to kill all the lies. But that's the first thing you learn in elementary is this globe theory stuff. You know what I mean? We're going to see here today where that globe theory stuff came from. You know what I mean? When did they start pushing it? And what was our forefathers believing and trusting in? Then Yahweh would say, trust in our fathers, man. Remember the days of old. Search out the years of many generations. But brothers, they like to latch on to Esau sensationalism. His science, because it sounds so wonderful and fantastic. You know what I mean? He puffed himself up to sound like he almost equal to the Most High. He just ain't dead, but he almost dead. Come on, man. I'm tired of that garbage, man. You know what I mean? They didn't go to the moon. They don't got nuclear powered satellites up there. You know what I mean? You can't get off this earth, man. I keep saying that. When you have a fish tank, do you give your animals the ability to escape? No. So that should be the case closed right there, man. But we've been peppered with these lies since we was kids. That's all we believe, man. That's what we believe. And brothers don't do enough research and study and meditate on and trust in the scriptures, because Yahweh put all the truth in the scripture. But for a while, I was getting animated about that because brothers been in the truth long or whatever, longer than me. A lot of years, 20 years, a rock a year, they should be done did this by now. But hey, I got more understanding now. You're going to teach what talent you got. Your wisdom only can go but so far. Whatever talent you got and understanding you got. And a big part play of it, what type of man you was in the world. You just was a keeping up with the Joneses, Chicken Joe type brother. You get in the truth, it's going to be the same thing. You ain't going to touch on stuff that you ain't really had no understanding on in the world. But if you was like a scientific type brother that touched on a lot of this stuff, when you get in this truth, you're going to destroy it. You know what I mean? I seen one school down I think, North Carolina, the New Covenant Congregation. I think that's their name down there. They did a good class on breaking down this earth and showing how these devils lying, man, about all that stuff I just mentioned. But this ain't no competition. I'm not trying to like I'm better than somebody. We supposed to be like Voltron, Lammy backing off each other. Teaching each other, not being too proud to learn from people that's wiser than you. They might not been in the truth longer than you. You feel like you can't learn from them because you've been in the truth all these years and they just coming in. Like I said, wisdom it don't matter how long you've been in the truth. That's going to dictate how much wisdom you got. You born with the amount of understanding and wisdom you got. Yahweh will give it to you in that sperm cell. So, you know, I'm willing to learn from anybody that I can see because I got discernment. That I can see, know what they talking about. And I'm going to land me back off that and add to it. That's what make you truly a wise man. Where you can gather bits and pieces of truth, put them together, add yours onto it, make a sandwich out of it, eat it, digest it. Yeah, just like that. And what else been going on? Oh, shout out to the pull-up boys. Seen the pull-up boys, man. They always turning it up. But that was a battle at that gay parade. Just exposing the level of wickedness in this kingdom, man. The way they was battling out there, man. What else? Oh, the Hebrew Summit. Wish I could have been there. You know what I mean? Like I said, I got 2 small babies. I ain't got no help. It's just me and my wife. You know what I mean? And far as people watching my kids, my daughter just had my daughter. And my son, he's still basically a baby too. So, you know what I mean? People, you ain't been around my kids like that in their development. I'm not just gonna throw you over their house, throw them over your house for you to watch them because you my mother, they grandmother, or whatever. You ain't got no relationship with them. No, I'm not doing that because there's certain stuff you need to know about kids and, you know, my kids in general. If you gonna watch, you gotta be comfortable with them, not getting frustrated, not slipping on stuff I done told you, because you just ain't been used to dealing with babies. I understand. You know what I mean? So that's why it's up on me and they mother to be their caretakers. So that's cutting a lot of time right now, but it's all good. I stay in the spirit. You know what I mean? You know, overcome my shortcomings in this truth. What it say, a man falls 7 times to get back up. Ain't claiming to be perfect in his truth. Not yet, anyway. Me and my wife, it's still a battle and a struggle, man. Just trying to learn, just trying to get better. I was speaking my own words, now I'm about to speak Yahawah's word. First, I want to give all honor and glory to the Most High Yahawah for giving me the power, the faith, and the strength. Keep battling in this truth, trying to get better, taking my time, trusting my spirit. You know what I mean? You know, it's not a 100-yard dash, it's a marathon. You know, trying to prep, trusting the Most High constantly. You know what I mean? Battle these demons. You know, spurs be trying to latch on. Gotta shake them off, keep battling, and just, you know, pray and hope. You know, my family, one of the ones included in the book of life. You know what I mean? You know, and just, I'm going to keep battling regardless, man. I've been searching for the Most High since I was little. You know what I mean? And he left enough memories in my mind to know that this truth is the truth. And I just feel it in my spirit. What else, man? You know. Oh yeah, about that Hebrew summit. I prayed on that since I came in the truth. Once I started seeing a dysfunction in Israel, that's one of the main things I prayed on every day, 3 times a day. Included that in my prayer. You know what I mean? My prayer be like 3 minutes. Like, you know what I mean? I try to wrap everything up in there. Same. I got 2, 3 different prayers. I mix it up depending on how much time I got. I'm going in there to pray for. That's about it. So let's get it in. Now I told you devils, man, I'm coming for you. I ain't to show brothers, man, these devils is dumb, man. They didn't create nothing in this kingdom. They didn't create anything. So I'm not just gonna see videos and this the grapevine and go by that. I'm gonna research this stuff and meditate on it. I used to believe in a lot of that stuff, but I used to question it. I always questioned it though. Because I knew stuff, then I forget stuff. Be keen up on something, then fall asleep out there running the streets. You know what I mean? You know, a lot of stuff I always question, did they really do? You know what I mean? And my spirit, you know, used to just always be telling me they lying, man. Because this just be a lot of questions and loopholes in they little theories and what they saying. So let's get it in. We're going to start off with the intro. Oh, swords I'm using today. King James Version Bible. King James Apocrypha. And today, I'm going into, where is that? It's Jubilees. I'm going into the book of Jasher. And I seen a brother say, oh, this a forgery, telling another brother. He named several books like Enoch, some other little stuff. I get it, you know what I mean? But I seen brothers take other, they took other, what's the word I'm looking for, man? What's the word I'm looking for? Basically, they took other interpretations of the King James. All these different breakdowns of the Bible. And used the book, like the NIV, stuff like that, interpretations. Use the different interpretations to make points, to show that the King James is valid. So that's what I'm about to do today with this book of Jasher. You know what I mean? Say what you want. You know what I mean? These Romans, they got all our records in the Nevada. So this person that supposed to did this in the 1600s, who's to say he ain't have official documents? Because I'm reading, it's linking up with the Bible. You know what I mean? So it's just a reference. It just if they say the complete apocrypha, but I know, you know what I mean. I ain't never been no dummy. I'm not gonna take everything in it for no face value or just believe in it. I ain't even dissect that junk yet. I just been reading the book of Jasher because the scriptures mention the book of Jasher. So I had to just go in there and see, do it link up. And the more I'm reading it, it's linking up. So I'm gonna use that today. Class called The Earth. Yahawah'S truth, not Esau lies. We'll start off in the book of Proverbs. You know, like I say, all superheroes need theme music. All superheroes need theme music. Tiger style. Book of Proverbs. Let's go to the book of Proverbs. chapter 22, verse 17. Bow down thine ear and hear the words of the wise, and apply thy heart unto my knowledge. The words of the wise is my forefathers telling me in this book about this earth, man. For it is a pleasant thing if thou keep them within thee. They shall withal be fitted in thy lips. You always want to be speaking these scriptures, man. That thy trust may be in the Lord. I have made known to thee this day, even to thee. Have not I written to thee excellent things and counsels and knowledge? So the Most High counsels and knowledge in this Bible, man, is excellent, man. And I'm gonna trust. This is what I'm gonna trust in. Not what Esau keep pumping on Fox 5. Not what he keep these rumors. Oh, it's God committed. What he keep pumping. I'm not gonna believe in that. You know what I mean? Now that the state I am now, where I done spent years looking into this stuff and getting this truth and meditating on the whole picture and what's going on, I'm gonna listen to what the Most High God say, man. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7. The Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 17. Let's go back to Proverbs. Proverbs 22 and 20. Have not I written to thee excellent things and counsels and in knowledge? Wisdom of Solomon 7:17. For he hath given me certain knowledge of things that are, namely to know how the world was made. Come on, man. I know how this world made. I don't need Esau to tell me how this world made. Because it just said it right there. I can for real walk off this class with that scripture. With the Most High telling his true service, man. Solomon telling you right there. He gave me certain knowledge to know how the world was made. Come on, man. That means the knowledge in the spirit, where the spirit can see a lot of things. And the scriptures. Trusting in the scriptures. You know what I mean? Hold up. All right. Proverbs 22 and 21. Let's go back to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 17. For he hath given me certain knowledge of things that are, namely to know how the world was made. Man, the Most High gave me the knowledge, man, to know how this world was made, man. Proverbs 22 and 21. That I might take thee, know the certainty of the words of truth. That I might make thee know the certainty of the words of truth. That thou mightest answer the words of truth to them that send unto thee. So, I got the knowledge to know how the things that are, namely to know. So I can make other people know with certainty the words of truth, these scriptures. And they can tell people the truth when people be sent to them. Whether Yahawah, where everything is of Yahawah. But when people were sent to them, no matter how they come to you, you wind up having to cheat somebody. You can be in a grocery store, out there on the block, out there, anywhere. People be coming to me everywhere, man. I be winding up having to teach them all. Let's go to Sirach. Yeah, Esau, step inside my ring. See, I ain't scared to dive into your side. You about to get crushed. I don't know how many parts this young gonna be, but I'm gonna have enough parts, man. At the end of this class, if you can't see what I'm bringing out, your elevator just stuck on the lower floor, man. Book of Sirach 21 verse 13. The knowledge of a wise man shall abound like a flood, and his counsel is like a pure fountain of life. So when you a real wise man, you're going to constantly be coming up with wise sayings, these scriptures, and when you speak in your own words, you're going to be coming up with wise sayings. Because the scriptures even talk about how men be coming up with wise. Men that's studied, that's learned, that been meditating in truth. It just naturally, wise sayings come to them. You know what I mean? Verse 14. Verse 14. The inner parts of a fool are like a broken vessel, and he will hold no knowledge as long as he liveth. So it don't matter how much you try to study, how long you read these scriptures, how long you listen to breakdowns, you just not gonna have that understanding like that. You know what I mean? You're gonna have understanding, but it's not gonna go but so far. Verse 15. If a skillful man hear a wise word, he will commend it and add unto it. But as soon as one of no understanding heareth it, it displeaseth him, and he casteth it behind his back. So when you telling people what's real out here and all that, they ain't trying to hear. They gonna cast some words behind them, man. They ain't trying to hear because they know it all already. You know what I mean? A lot of brothers in the truth, mainly these people in the world, but a lot of brothers in the truth too. They feel as though they be in the truth. They got these titles. Nobody can tell them that. You know what I mean? When we all bouncing off each other. You know what I mean? That's how you get wise. Brother bring out something. Open your eyes to something like on a block. You pinpoint something in your man to it. Hey, how you peep that? I ain't even pinpoint that. You people more into a move. Verse 16. The talking of a fool is like a burden in the way, but grace shall be found in the lips of the wise. You know what I mean? The talking of a fool is like a burden in the way. They always yapping. Ain't nothing coming out. Ain't nothing wise coming out. Something you can use coming out. It's like a burden in the way. They somebody you the one always gotta spiritually and mentally help them out. You know what I mean? But they the one that always like to talk. You know what I mean? And a lot of times, you gotta get them to shut up because they reactionary and have preconceived notions where before they analyze what you just said, they giving a rebuttal. But the scriptures say, be more quicker to hear than get a sacrifice of food. Sacrifice of food. Our people always just want to keep telling you what they heard somewhere. Or basically heard somewhere. They ain't say, oh, I heard somebody say this. I went and studied it and looked it up and researched it. They was right. They just go by. It sound good. It sound like it's right. Let's go to the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 25. I applied my heart, talking about your mind, to know and to search and to seek out wisdom and the reason of things. I'm searching and seeking out the reason I was here. I've been born. The reason these devils lying about everything. The reason the Most High say never trust thy enemies. The reason why my spirit been telling me they lying about this earth, this globe stuff. And to know the wickedness of folly, even of foolishness and madness. Come on, man. My spirit be letting me know when stuff is foolish and just plain madness, man. Like the other day, the brothers, the pull-up boys that was out there teaching that at that gay pride parade, that was straight up madness. That's what you call straight up madness right there. That's straight up madness, man. That them people's really thinking it's all good and it's okay, and the Most High God with it. Thinking they with it. That's what's wrong with people out here. They think they try to take Christianity, they try to add everything mixed with Christianity all together in a pot and make it a doctrine. They pray to God, say they know God, but coming to church a homosexual, coming to church a whore. Know what I mean? What else? Know certain stuff that Pastor Porkchop ain't doing, but allow it. Don't say nothing. But dabbling in other stuff like Egyptology and other stuff, they might like the statues, the Egyptian statues, or certain little things, the women, that them women allowed to do in that and grab hold of that. Might like the way women cover their hair up in Islam and grab onto that, but be going to Christian church. This an evil kingdom, man. Let's go to Sirach 42. But break these devils down, man. You messing with the right one. Devils ain't smarter than me. I don't care what nobody say. I be knowing, I'm the type, I study as long as it takes to be 100% right. Because I hate to lose. And if I'm fighting for the Most High God, I ain't trying to lose. Sirach 42:8. Be not ashamed to inform the unwise and foolish, and the extreme age that contendeth with those that are young. So that's what a lot of these elders doing. They think because they was in civil rights movement. Oh, I grew up on Martin Luther King. I grew up in all that civil rights movement. They think they know everything. They don't know nothing. They don't know all the peoples who sellouts. They believe in this political system. Keep telling you about Democrats and Republicans. Nobody trying to keep hearing that. When we got this real truth and meditating on what's really going on a full scope. You dealing with brothers that's assassins, engineers, and technicians of these scriptures and what's going on the earth. These ain't brothers they was wise, they had a little wisdom in the world, knew a lot of stuff, but they was getting high. They was doing this. So they focus not just 100% on the lies of this kingdom. They might know a bit and a piece of a lie, but don't follow through to kill it. But now, brothers all the way woke up. That's what we commanded to do. Kill all the lies on this planet, man. So that's what I'm going to do. Thus shalt thou be truly learned and approved of all men living. We truly learn and of all men living. On one note, it's saying that's how elders supposed to be. Truly learn and approve of all men living. But they not. They not teaching us the commandments. They teaching us to break the commandments and it's okay. And what else to say? And approved of all men living. So that's what the prophecy is. We truly learn and approve of all men living. Let's go to Job. My poor Yahawah'S. Raising my voice up. The book of Job. The book of Job, chapter 30, verse 5. They were driven, now I'm getting into these devils, man. They were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief, to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in the caves of the earth, and in the rocks among the bushes. They brayed under the nettles. They were gathered together. They were children of fools. Nah, they was children of wise men. They was children of fools. Nah, they was children of the Most High God. They were children of fools. Nah, they was children with a high cup of wisdom they was born with. They were the children of fools. Yea, children of base men. They were violent in the earth. So these devils will lie about anything, man. They go through people, our people get fooled with that. They've been pushing this lie about this moon landing stuff for 30 years, all these years. People get to thinking, well, it must be true. They've been pushing it all the time. What the scripture to say? They were violent in the earth. Come on, man. These people's vile, man. They'll go through any length to make you believe they lies. Because that's all they got to hang their hat on to. And now, am I their song? Yea. Am I their byword? Now we they byword. Now our own people, when we telling them the truth, oh, y'all just want to be smart. Oh, y'all teaching hate. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Thinking brothers going through all this stress and agony, doing this job we've been woke up to do for nothing. We teaching out the Bible, but not really studying the Bible. Come on, man. You dumb if you thinking like that. Let's go to Malachi. I keep saying, man, these devils is dumb, man. They got to show me more. I ain't going to just look at no couple little videos of gossip and sit back and give these devils some credit, man. Because I goes back and studies behind you. That's what I do. Malachi chapter 1, verse 3. And I hated Esau. The Most High hated that man, man. You think he would have gave him the understanding and the knowledge, whether it was wicked or righteous, to escape this earth? The Most High said he created earth for man. Not, oh, I created earth for man, but if he ain't satisfied, I created something else for him, the ability. I gave him the ability to escape. Verse 4. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished. After they got chased up in the mountains, but we will return and build the desolate places. So they vowed to come back and had a vengeance against Yahawah, man. That's why the Most High said, if you recompense me back, you know what I mean, I will recompense you swiftly. So that's what Esau did for the Israelites, chasing them up in the mountains. They came back with vengeance. So they took everything Yahawah got in the scriptures and twisted and turned it and gave it to his chosen people. Now, like, yeah, see, I'm gonna make your chosen chase me in the mountains. I'm gonna make the people you chose believe my lies, and I'm the base man on the planet. Thus said the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. So that's what we doing now. They building up all these lies on a spiritual level and building up all these kingdoms on a physical level. The Most High said, man, he gonna bring all that stuff to the ground, spiritually and physically. Let's go back to Job. I'm about to cut this music off and really dive in. The book of Job, chapter 18, verse 5. Yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. So all that knowledge, that fake knowledge they got to be wicked, the Most High said it's going to be put out, and that spark of his fire shall not shine. You know what I mean? Everything, that spark of his fire, that's the boast, that's the glory of what he done accomplished. You know what I mean? The fire is his accomplishments. What he done accomplish in his kingdom, wickedly. And that spark is the glory of it. When you see a fire, the spark shooting off, you know what I mean? Make the fire look fantastic. It's crackling and sparkling. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle. Ain't gonna be no more wise men, man, coming out that nation. They're not gonna have no think tanks where they coming up with bright ideas no more. And his candle shall be put out with him. Most High gonna kill them peoples, man. The steps of his strength shall be straightened. Meaning all that wicked stuff they was doing, when we get to the new kingdom, they gonna be getting their back whipped in. All that wicked stuff they was doing, it's gonna be straightened out. What we say in the world, oh, I'm gonna straighten you. And on another level, when you take something that's crooked, meaning wicked, and you turn it good, you straighten it up. You clean your act up. Basically is what's gonna go down. And his counsel shall cast him down. So his own people gonna be throwing him under the bus. Again, still pointing the finger where we're wrong. With their leaders, that's gonna be, because they leaders gonna be out in the cotton field with them. They gonna blame their leaders for everything. For he is cast into a net by his own feet. All that wicked stuff they done, it's turning back around on him. You know what I mean? And he walketh upon a snare. So all the wicked stuff they doing, it's gonna come back on them. It's happening now. Opioids, all they little secrets, all that pedophilia they did, All they little secrets coming out, like the Most High said he was going to do in Obadiah 6. The jinn shall take him by his heel, and the robber shall prevail against him. Verse 10. The snare is laid for him in the ground, and a trap for him in the way. No matter what they do, his judgment is set. Terrors shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. You seeing that now? They scared of North Korea, Iran, Russia. They even see what the Most High God doing. Flooding the earth, these tornadoes, these calamities. You know what I mean? Got him, driving him to his feet, meaning got him standing up, hurrying up, like they sitting down comfortable. But now they standing up to their feet in a frantic trying to hurry up. They building underground bunkers. Trump talking about he gonna build a space force. Come on, man, ain't none of that garbage gonna work. His strength shall be hunger bitten. He gonna be weak. His little power, his little fear that he had people scared, his little might, that stuff gonna be hunger bitten, man. Meaning it's gonna be weak. You starting to see it. And destruction shall be ready at his side. These other nations getting themselves together to fight against this great whore, Babylon. But our people thinking these white devils gonna keep ruling an evil kingdom, thinking they can't be brought down. You tell somebody something, what the first thing they say? Well, ain't nobody gonna come up against the United States, proud and puffed up. Because we done drunk out of the cup of fornication with America. We think we happy Americans. Oh, I'm American. And these devils don't give us nothing. Ain't trying to give us nothing. Rob, stealing, and cheating so we won't have nothing to keep us happy slaves. It shall devour the strength of its skin. Even the firstborn of death should devour its strength. You know what I mean? Talking about the Most High God, talking about Yahawah'S, who they call Christ. It shall devour the strength of his skin. We're going to be scared to death. Skin going to tremble. And on another note, what's his skin? His military. Stuff that make him feel comfortable. He can sit back in his skin. That military is like his skin. Even the firstborn of death shall devour his strength. Who's the firstborn of death? Who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ, whose name is the Mashiach Yahawah'S. Say gonna devour his strength. His confidence shall be rooted out, his tabernacle, and it shall bring him the king of terrors. And it shall bring him to the king of terrors, the Most High God, Yahweh. It shall dwell in his tabernacle, because it is none of his. Brimstone shall be scattered upon his habitation. These nuclear weapons, man. When that bomb hit, and that mushroom cloud go up, and all that stuff start falling, debris, stuff gonna be lit on fire, and missiles dropping. His roots shall be dried up beneath, and above shall his branch be cut off. So kingdom gonna be brought down. His remembrance shall purge from the earth, and he shall have no name in the street. Don't these devils got streets with their names on them all over the place? The Most High said he ain't gonna have no name in the street. He shall be driven from light into darkness and chased out of the world. They gonna put these peoples in a state of darkness, man. Because these people so wicked. Wickedness is light to them. So they in light right now. They seeing the light on a physical level, everything they got, and on a spiritual level. Because they love being wicked. Said they're going to be chasing the darkness. Let's go to Deuteronomy 7. The book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 23. But the Lord thy God shall deliver them unto thee, and shall destroy them with a mighty destruction, until they be destroyed. And he shall deliver their kings into thy hand, and thou shalt destroy, this verse 24, and thou shalt destroy their name from under heaven. So, wherever they got names at, their names going to be destroyed, man. There shall no man be able to stand before thee until thou have destroyed them. Ain't none of these nations and the so-called white man going to be able to stand before us, man, till they get destroyed. You know what I mean? Once we destroy their ass, then they going to be able to stand before us, because we going to have their ass in a cotton field. All right. So that was the intro. Now, I got a letter. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 letters. 5 letters in a video and 4 precepts. Now we about to go to the definition of Scientology. Okay. Scientology is a body of religious beliefs and practices launched in May 1952 by American author. This was an author, man. L. Ron Hubbard. Hubbard initially developed a program of ideas called Dianetics. And the foundation went bankrupt. Let's go down. Dianetics, the modern science of mental health. These devils done created another religion so they can sit down and try to, like they smart, and tell Negroes what's wrong with them. When they the main ones with mental issues. That's the science of Dianetics. I seen a brother balance somebody who had a Scientology post set up. All right, let's drum down. Okay, Hubbard writes, thus, Scientology means knowing about knowing, or science of knowledge. So these devils done exalted themselves, man, to be the end-all be-alls, man, on this earth. So it's a Scientology. Thus, Scientology means knowing about knowing. So that means they can dissect anything, or science of knowledge. Oh, man. These devils two-headed themselves. Let's see what the Most High say about their science, man. He says the science of knowledge. Let's see what the Most High warned us about these devils, man. the way they think, the way they operate, what to look out for, research behind them. Not saying everything, because we done helped them come up with a lot of beneficial stuff. And the Most High gonna put it on some of them to make stuff that's beneficial on a small scale. And 9 times out of 10, it's a Negro at the root of it. They gave them the patent to help to come through with it. They just taking the credit. The book of 1 Timothy, one of my favorite scriptures. Chapter 6, verse 20. O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust. Avoid profane and vain babblings and oppositions of science falsely so called. Man, the Most High called a science falsely so called, man. He said avoid profane and vain babblings. So what Ron Hubbard say? The scientology means knowing about knowing, or science of knowledge. What the Most High say though? Avoid profane and vain babblings and oppositions of science falsely so called. To warn us about these fake scientists, man. Let's go to all right. We about to dive into it. Now we about to go to the geneocentric model. The geneocentric model is the model that the devil copied off the cosmology model, the cosmology chart. But our forefathers got the knowledge from the Most High and came up with a chart. These devils, like everything they do, stole from us and claimed that they came up with it. Let's go to it. Geneocentric model. In astronomy, the geneocentric model, also known as geocentrism, often exemplified specifically by the Ptolemaic system, is a superseded description of the universe with the earth at the center. Look at the key word right here. Is a superseded description. So how do you supersede something? It was something before that you piggyback. In their case, they piggybacked off. You know what I mean? Off of a lamb, off the lamb back. A pig biting off a lamb back. And came up with this geneocentric model stuff. Under the geneocentric model, the sun, moon, stars, and planets all orbited the earth. The geneocentric model was the predominant description of the cosmos in many ancient civilizations, such as those of Aristotle in classic Greece, Ptolemy in Roman and Egypt. Come on, man. You already know where they got that from. Now let's jump down. Okay. The ancient Greek, the ancient Roman, and medieval philosophers usually combine the geneocentric model with a spherical earth. So these devils, they put their own understanding to it back then about this globe and all that. In contrast to the older flat earth model implied in some mythology. So they trying to say what our forefathers put together, what they got from Yahawah was mythology. The ancient Jewish Babylonian uranography pictured a flat earth with a dome. Not meaning we walking on paper. The earth we walking on is flat, going across, and we don't know how much land it really is. It's not wrapped around the globe like this with the water. It's with that sand. With a dome, even this, it got a dome to keep us protected. We don't know how far that go. How many levels to that it is. For real. With a dome-shaped rigid canopy called the firmament placed over it. But look, check this out. However, the ancient Greeks believed that the motions of the planets were circular and not elliptic. So these devils, they the ones that came up with it said the ancient Greeks believed that the motions of the planets were circular and not elliptic. Come on, man. The ancient Greeks, it's talking about Alexander the Great in them. Alexander the Freak, who died from sin. It's talking about them. They people. You know what I mean? They the children of Grecian, man. We the children of Judah. We the children of Israel. They the children of Grecian. The Greeks. That's what they came up with. Now, let's go to the Hebrew cosmology chart. So it just said this devil came up with the geneocentric model off a later model. A model, he superseded a model before that. But being as though Wikipedia owned by these devils, they ain't gonna say the Israelites. You know what I mean? They just gonna say it superseded from somewhere. So if he superseded from somewhere, what's the name of that people? Then when you come down, it try to say mythology, Jewish, Babylonian, everything. Not to say it was the Israelites, who they stole from, because they deep down they know the Israelites is the Negroes, man, and the descendants from the Negroes. Now we about to go to the cosmology chart. Told you, man, I'm gonna dissect this thing, break Esau down. You ain't smarter than me, Esau. I don't care what you think. Brothers don't know, because brothers ain't attacking that stuff. Okay. Let's read down. It's a biblical cosmology. Is the biblical writer's conception of the cosmos as an organized, structured entity, including its origin, order, meaning, and destiny. Now let's go down. The majority of those making up Hebrew, Bible, or Old Testament in particular represented the beliefs of only a small segment of the ancient Israelite community. The members of the late, they try to say, Judean religious tradition centered in Jerusalem and devoted to the exclusive worship of Yahawah, man. That's what it say. The ancient Israelites envisage a universe made up of a flat dish-shaped earth floating on water. So that don't mean is this a flat dish of land floating on water, and that's all it is. Say this to this floating on water. This can stretch, man, so far, way beyond your comprehension, man. You don't know how far that land go down. These devils ain't never get to the bottom of the earth, how far it go. And this part right here is round, but it's stretched so far. If it's a globe, that just make it dumb. That means that it's just a finite number of amount of space and land. When the Most High said they can't number what I created. So this earth is bigger than what they saying, because they can't get to the full scale of what this earth, man. How big it really is. The ancient Israelites envisaged a universe made up of a flat dish-shaped earth floating on water, heaven above, underworld below. So when brothers talking this globe theory stuff, and Esau, he got satellites up there, and all these lies, man, that means you believe the sun is 93 billion miles away. I'm going to debunk that. And you're not trusting in Yahawah, man. Next letter. Now we about to go to the heliocentric model. So our ancestors came up with the Hebrew cosmology, where I showed you these devils bit off the Hebrew cosmology chart. They came up with geocentric model. Then when they came back in the Renaissance period, this devil Copernicus came up with this heliocentric model. So we about to go to that. Messing with a technician, said Esau. Okay. Copernican heliocentrism is the name given to the astronomical model developed by Nicholas Copernicus and published in 1543. Come on, man. We've been on this earth way longer than 1543. This the same model they teaching in school. That you got brothers in the truth, they believing in this globe. And I just showed you in biblical cosmology the knowledge that the Most High gave our forefathers. And how the scriptures in Wisdom of Solomon 7:17 say that the Most High gave us the information to know what's going on. This model positioned the sun near the center of the universe, motionless, with Earth and the other planets orbiting around it in circular paths. I'm going to show that these planets ain't planets like they saying they is. They wandering stars. They actually stars, man. And the stars is not the sun. Sun near the center of the universe, motionless, with Earth and the other planets orbiting around it in circular paths, modified by epicycles and at uniform speeds. The Copernican model displaced the geocentric model of Ptolemy that had prevailed for centuries, which had placed Earth at the center of the universe. Copernican heliocentrism is often regarded as the launching point to modern astronomy and the scientific revolution. Come on, man. That's what these devils teaching. You can't be an astronomer or astrophysicist, none of this stuff, if you don't believe. When you take the bar exam and the oath and all that, if you don't agree to Copernicus, this model that this devil came up with, you can't get in that field of science. So of course you ain't gonna see people teaching the biblical cosmology chart in mainstream science, because they forbid it. Esau said he was coming back in Malachi to do what? To change everything around, man. He said he was coming back to build up the desolate places. You know what I mean? You think he gonna come back and build it up with the understanding of the Most High, and he wicked, and he was chased up in the caves? Nah, he gonna come back with his own understanding, with a beef against Yahweh, and twist everything right. Didn't Esau cry to his father, do thy father got a blessing for me? Bless me, thy father. Is there not a blessing for me? Wasn't he crying back then for a blessing from the Most High? And he got it. The rule of earth by the sword and with wickedness. So that don't just mean him killing you or him discriminating against you. That means teaching your kids his education system, his religion systems, his health system, his philosophies, everything. Okay, let's go to Psalms 104 and 5. So the heliocentric model say that the sun is in the middle and these planets supposed to be circling around it. Why the Most High ain't talking about another planet in the scriptures? He didn't say he made other planets for us to get to fly, to get to that basically that's traveling with the earth. Not saying he ain't created no other habitats, but he ain't mentioned no other habitats accompanying the earth that's flying around with the earth as a backup. Because he said the earth gonna abide forever. So you don't need no backup if you trusting in the Most High. Let's go to Psalms 104 and 5. The book of Psalms, chapter 104, verse 5. Who laid the foundations of the earth that it should not be removed forever? Nah, the earth is going to be here for a little bit of time. And when we trash this earth, we got 8 more planets we possibly can get on. Or at least 1 or 2 of them out the other 8. Who laid the foundations of the earth that it should not be removed forever. So this devil, his model say the earth flying around the sun. But the Most High just said right there that the earth don't move. Come on, man. Brothers need to be attacking this stuff, man. We need to be attacking all the lies. I do classes on everything. I got a joint about I'm about to attack their medicine. What else? I'm about to attack this atheism. You know what I mean? I'm doing classes on everything. You know what I mean? I'm slow walking my way, but I'm coming with power though. Let's go to the heliocentric model. Now we about to go to this heliocentric model and show, to give you a visual what these devils, what this Copernicus, what his theory is. It's just a theory. You're about to see right here. So you can get a visual. What I just read that the Most High said, he laid the foundations of the earth that it should not be removed forever. And then I read about 1543.
Dedication of the revolutions of the heavenly bodies to Pope Paul III. Nicholas Copernicus, 1543.
That's what these devils saying is going on.
That as soon as some people learned that
What the Most High say?
concerning the revolution,
Who laid the foundations of the earth that it should not be removed forever, man.
They will cry out at once that I and my theory should be rejected.
Look. So basically what these devils did is made the Most High earth insignificant. There's more planets, that means the earth insignificant.
I am not so much in love with my conclusions as not to weigh what others will think about them. And although I
look, see that earth spinning? Who laid the foundations of the earth that it should not be removed forever, man?
I still believe.
Look, this what they saying is going on. That's the sun flying around the galaxy with the planets locked, synchronized, locked. Come on, man. That's what we believe in. Let's go to now. Now we about to show how these devils plotted their way. And what's their number? 6. That they sciences of the devil, man. I got another letter right here. This letter called the Globe Earth Mathematical Calculations. Somebody did a gematria on this earth. This is what their calculations add up to. It say, here is the wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast. For it is the number of a man. And his number is 603 Revelations 13:8. The following is some numerology taken from spherical earth figures that is interesting. Speed of the globe's orbit, 66.600 miles per hour, 1,000 miles per hour. Curvature in 1 mile squared, 666 feet. The earth is on a 66.6 tilt. Earth's axis of rotation and its plane of orbit around the sun, 66.6 degrees. The polar circles are located near the poles of the earth at 66.6 north latitude and south latitude. Distance to the nearest galaxy is 11.7 million light years. 11 plus 7 equals 18. 3 times 6 is 18. 666 equals 18. The nearest solar system star, what they say is called Galaxy, 876, is 15 point, it's called Galaxy 876. It's 15.3 light years away. 15 plus 3 equals 18. 666 again. 6 times 3 is 18. There are 1,800 confirmed new worlds outside of our solar system. 666 is 18. Pluto has 18% the mass of our moon. 666 equals 18. Pluto's moon Charon is nearly 1/8 the mass of Pluto. 666 equals 18. 1/8, 18. The newest planet discovered in 2016, Proxima b, is 4.22 light years away. 4 minus 22 equals 18. 666 equals 18. 6 times 3 is 18. The solar system is traveling at an average speed of 820,000 kilometers an hour. 8 plus 2 plus 8 equals 18. 666 equals 18. The sun was formed from the solar nebula about 4.59 billion years ago. 4 plus 5 plus 9 equals 18. 666 is 18. 6 times 3 is 18. The Earth's orbital speed around the sun, 108 kilometers an hour. 10 plus 8 equals 18. 666 is 18. 6 times 3 is 18. The total journey time from Earth to Mars takes Neptune's equatorial clouds to take 18 hours to make one rotation. 666 equals 18. 6 times 3 is 18. The moon was formed 4.6 billion years ago around some 30 to 50 million years after the formation of the solar system. 4 plus 6 plus 3 plus 5 equals 18. The 4.6 plus the 3 and the 5 is 18. 666 is 18. 6 times 3 is 18. Pluto's distance changes from 7.3 billion kilometers to 4.4 billion kilometers. 7 plus 3 plus 4 equals 18. 666 is 18. 6 times 3 equals 18. Milky Way is moving towards Centaurus at a speed of between 150 and 300 miles a second. 15 plus 3 equals 18. 666 equals 18. Come on, man. Come on, man. This ain't no coincidence. All they math, the gematria of it equal up to 18, man. Revelations chapter 13, verse 18. Here is the wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 636. So hold up. So the Most High said in Psalms 104 and 5, he laid the foundations of the earth that they should not be removed forever. Right? Meaning the earth don't move. But this is what Esau say. The earth's orbital speed around the sun, a globe spinning around the sun, 108,000 miles per hour, kilometers an hour. 10 plus 8 equals 18. 666 equals 18. 6 times 3 is 18. Book of Revelation chapter 13, verse 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 636. Man, these devils, all they whole science based on 666, man. They whole science about this earth based on 666. Your God telling you that these devils, that's going to be their number. Brothers they want to keep leaning on that because they ain't studying enough and meditating enough, or they just ain't got the understanding. That's all good, but don't speak out against brothers that is searching this stuff out if you don't really know yourself. Tired of brothers keep grabbing Esau signs and sitting down to make themselves seem like the smartest man in the room. Because you just regurgitating rumors, man, and propaganda. Just like it was propaganda to put Barack Obama in there, to make Negroes think it's cool to be a homosexual. Because he the one who lit the White House up in the rainbow colors. That's them, their gay flag colors. People were so proud to have a black president, they gonna follow everything that man do. These devils is tricky bastards, man. They knew that. To make it seem like we ain't the ones all about homosexuality. It's them. Look, it's him. Look, they lit the White House up in the rainbow colors. Man, when Obama ain't a Negro, man. That man ain't our people. That man's a Hamite, an African. You really think the so-called white man gonna put a real Negro in the White House? Come on, man. You gotta be dumb as a brick, man, to believe these devils gonna give us a fair shake, gonna give us a stake in his kingdom. Because they know this they kingdom and our kingdom coming later. They ain't gonna give us nothing. Go to the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 1, verse 4. Neither give heed to fables and endless genealogies, which minister questions, rather than godly edifying which is in faith, so do. That DNA. Neither give heed to fables, man. All they science is fables. That's what that DNA, that fake DNA test do. Give you a genealogy way back. What it say? Endless genealogies, which minister questions. You always gonna have more questions, man. Most our tellers don't deal with that stuff. Let's go to Psalms 147. Psalms 147:19. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Come on, man. But in Wisdom of Solomon, he say, for he have given me certain knowledge to know the things, mainly to know how the earth was made. But the Most High said he ain't deal with no other nation. He ain't give them no knowledge like that, no spirit to discern knowledge and to understand his knowledge. Let's go to Psalms 148, verse 1. Praise ye the Lord. Praise ye the Lord from the heavens. Praise him in the heights. Praise ye him, all his angels. Praise ye him, all his hosts. Praise ye him, sun and moon. Praise him, all ye stars of light. Praise him, ye heavens of heavens, and ye waters that be above the heavens. Come on, man, it's water up there. They tell you it's a vacuum up there. Brothers get tripped up on that scripture. I hang up the earth on nothing. Because Esau give you that. A globe up there and just some empty space. Brothers can't, I've seen a lot of brothers been in the truth long. They can't think past that scripture. When that nothing, I hang up the earth on nothing. You don't know what the earth really hanging on. You know what I mean? Basically, that's the most I telling you, man. It wasn't nothing for him to do. I hang up the earth on nothing. You can say that's the water, but it just seemed like the most I saying, I hang up the earth on nothing. Like basically, it wasn't hard to do. It was easy for him to do it. Verse 5. Let them praise the name of the Lord, for he commanded, and they were created. The Most High commanded us to be created. He commanded the earth, the sun, moon, and stars, all that stuff to be created. And it was so. Even us. So why is we not believing in the word that he left in the book to know how his earth was created? Go to Exodus 20 and 3. The book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Now, Copernicus came up with the heliocentric model. It sounds good. I'm going to go with that. Thou shalt not have no other gods before me. Now, I'm going to read that scripture where it say, I hang up the earth on nothing, but Yahawah already told me the earth don't move. And I'm going to believe that model, that Copernicus model, and Esau always showing me CGI, this globe spinning around the sun. Thou shalt not have no other gods before me. I'm gonna believe in all they science and what they pushing on our people. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Man, you brothers need to stop listening, looking at Esau as a god, and like he equal to the Most High. Yeah, he a god of wickedness, but it's on a tiny scale compared to the Most High. Because the Most High said he the king of terrors. So Esau ain't nothing but a piss ant compared to the Most High Yahawah, man. Now we about to go to Yahawah now. And after this, we gonna get to the shape of the earth. I doubt if I get through this whole joint today, I'm gonna get much as I can. Let's go to Psalms 85:11. Tired as a mug as usual. Gotta push through. Keep it rolling. The book of Psalms 85:11. Truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven. That's the truth right there. That these devils been lying to us about everything. Truth shall spring out of the earth. What's the truth springing out of the earth on that level? You got these devils own people getting paid off flat earth theory. The way they depict flat earth and all that, because they went to the biblical cosmology and got there running experiments. I'm gonna run an experiment today if I can get to it and debunking it. That's one way how truth springing out of the earth. You know what I mean? That's a big way how, because it's making people think and go research. Let's go back. Truth shall spring out of the earth. That's the spirit, went straight to it. Wisdom of Solomon 7:17. Let's see what truth spring out of the earth. For he hath given me certain knowledge of things that are, namely to know how the world was made, and the operation of the elements, the beginning, the ending, midst of times, the altercations of the turning of the sun, and the change of seasons, the circuits of years and the positions of stars, the natures of living creatures. So we know these devils be lying, man. Nah, we don't know the natures of, we don't know that these devils is lies, man. The natures of living creatures. Are we blind to what's going on? Our spirit ain't got the ain't programmed with the information, and we can't see it. The natures of living creatures and the furies of wild beasts. Come on, man. We understand the fury of this wild beast, man. On a spiritual level, we know about the wild animals on a physical level because we like studying nature. They like killing nature. We like studying it and appreciating nature. They like to destroy it. We like to appreciate it. The furies of wild beasts. We understand the nature and the fury of this wild beast, man. The violence of winds and the reasonings of men. We understand the reasoning, their reasoning. What's their reasoning? We ain't got a blessing. We pale devils pale skinned people on the planet. God, why you make us pale? We can't even stand in the sun. And we know we the devil on the earth. We naturally wicked. That's their reasoning. We gonna kill a twin. We gonna feed God chosen people lies for all of. We going up into the caves. We got chased back in the caves. We said we was gonna come back and destroy his people. So that's his reasoning for telling you lies about this earth. The diversity of plants and the virtues of roots. That plant can mean talking about plants on a basic level, on a spiritual level about men. Because the scriptures refer to the men as trees and plants and stuff like that. And the virtues of roots. Come on, man. We understand that you devils is lies at the root. The virtue of your makeup. Who you is spiritually at the root, at the core. You's a born lie. Like it says Psalm 58:3 and 4. Come on, man. Let's go to Romans 1:20. I had to make sure you hear me loud and clear on this jump. My voice hoarse. And this is a serious class. It's one of my major compilation of classes I'm bringing out. The book of Romans, chapter 1, verse 20. For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen. We clearly see, man, the things that the Most High created, man. The visible things. You can't see atoms and molecules and genes and all that, but we know he made it and we understand its function. Being understood by the things that are made. You can take rocks out the ground. You can't see what make a rock, but we understand it by the things that are made. A hammer don't come from just metal. Don't just come from out the ground as metal. It come out the ground as a rock. And so what make up that rock? You can't see the atoms and molecules that make that rock up. But we clearly see the Most High God in that rock from the things we can make out of it. We can transform that rock into. You know what I mean? If he gave us an earth to rule, then he gave us a habitat with everything we need to survive, man. Everything we need to use, we got it. So we can see that it was a creator. Ain't no stuff coming up by evolution, and we just rock this metal rocks or this metal ore that we get on the rocks. It just mysteriously came up by evolution, and we just using it to build damn near everything. You don't think the creator thought that out? We was gonna need stuff to build this and that. They ain't gonna just leave a rack of metal in the ground already. Nah, we had to go through stages and learn. Say the virtues of roots, the virtues of different things in the ground, and what they function is, and how to use them, how to manipulate them to benefit man. Being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. So we clearly see the Most High power and his rulership amongst men. So these people out here that don't want to come back to Yahawah, they don't got no excuse, man. We can clearly see the stuff that the Most High doing. So you coming up with that Christianity and all these different philosophies and all these lies, you ain't got no excuse, man. They're not following the Most High. You know what I mean? Saying this earth, how he made it perfect and beautiful. You ain't got no excuse for being wicked, not following his commandments, man. Different levels where you ain't got no excuse for, man. Not to see the things that he created. No excuse not to keep his commandments. The whole nine. Let's go to Genesis 1. Let's go to the book of Genesis, chapter 1. In the beginning, God created the heaven and earth. Tell you that the first scripture in the Bible, man, tell you that. And what it say? For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen. From the creation of the world are clearly seen. Air, you can't see air. It say the visible things. Isn't air visible? But you can clearly see its function. Being understood by the things that are made. Even his eternal power and Godhead. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. That's how we can see his eternal power and Godhead. Because the first scripture say, in the beginning, God, Yahawah, created the heaven and the earth. So we see his power, his understanding, and his rulership. Clearly see it. Let's go to Psalms 96. Let's go to Psalms 96. The book of Psalms, chapter 96, verse 5. For all the gods of the nations are idols, but the Lord made the heavens. Come on, man. All them gods is idols, man. They didn't do nothing. Didn't make nothing. Even people that trust in a so-called white man, that look at him as his God. You know what I mean? For all the gods of the nations are idols, but the Lord made the heavens. Talking about the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob made the heavens. Come on, man. We can clearly see that these other nations, gods is idols, right? Verse 4. For the Lord is great and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all gods. Better get Yahawah'S, man, or you gonna perish in these last days when shit start to get critical, because he tightening that wrench. Tightening that wrench. Where we at? Let's go to Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes 3 and 11. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 11. He have made everything beautiful in his time. Also, he have set the world in their mind. Talking about their heart. Their heart talking about their mind. Set the world in their heart, so that no man can find out the work that God maketh from the beginning to the end. It say, he have made everything beautiful in his time. Also, he has set the world in the heart, talking about your mind, so that no man can find out the work that God maketh from the beginning to the end. Come on, man. The Most High telling you right there. These devils can't figure out my creation, man. Let's read it again. He have made everything beautiful in his time. Also, he have set the world in their heart, talking about your mind, so that no man can find out the work of the Lord Yahweh that maketh from the beginning to the end. Now, Esau figured out the shape of the earth. It's a globe. He can measure it. That no man can find out the work that God maketh from the beginning to the end. Now, Esau talking about the challenge of deep, the deepest part of the ocean. So that no man can find out the work that God maketh from the beginning to the end. Oh, they vaccines really work. They figured out how to manipulate these natural viruses and all that to come up with a vaccine. So that no man can find out the work that God maketh from the beginning to the end. Come on, man. These devils can't figure out what the Most High done created, man. Oh, they can get out the firm. They done figured out how to escape the earth and get out the firmament and get to the moon. Also, he has set the world in their mind, so that no man can find out the work that God maketh from the beginning to the end. Man, these devils can't figure out the Most High Yahawah, man. Keep trusting in their signs, man. The Most High told you right there. They can't figure out nothing I done did, how I did it, or how to really reverse it. They can't do away with nothing I done made. They can't figure out how I did it. Come on, man. Where we going to now? Let's go to Psalms. Book of Psalms. (147) and 5. Great is our Lord and great power. His understanding is infinite. Let's go back. If his understanding is infinite, then why brothers don't believe this? He has made everything beautiful in its time. Also, he has set the world in their heart, so that no man can find out the work that God maketh from the beginning to the end. Great is our Lord and of great power. His understanding is infinite. Man, the Most High knew these devils was going to do everything that they doing. He already knew what they was going to do. You think he didn't prepare ahead of time to make sure they can't leave this earth? That they going to keep fantasizing about doing it and faking like they doing it. He ain't playing with them devils, man. He used his moon for feast days. And the stars and everything for signs and seasons. You think he gonna let them devils disrespect his moon and land on it? It's a feast. It's the new moon going on. Oh, but the devils, they went and landed on it. Why it's the new moon? Come on, man. Because that's basically what you're saying. They got that ability. Most High gonna give them the ability to land on the moon when they want to. Let's go to Proverbs 8. The book of Proverbs, chapter 8, verse 25. Before the mountains were settled, before the hills was, I brought forth. While as yet he had not made the earth, nor the fields, nor the highest part of the dust of the world. When he prepared the heavens, I was there. When he set a compass upon the face of the depth. When he set a compass upon the face of the depth. What's the face of the depth? Water. He set the earth on top of the, what's the compass? North, west, east, south. He set the compass on the face of the depth. He set the compass upon the face of the depth. This is an angel giving an account, saying he was dead when the Most High did it. So if the Most High telling you the earth don't move, and the angel account saying he was dead when the Most High God made the earth, the foundations of the earth. When he established the clouds above, when he straightened the fountains of the deep, when he gave the sea his decree that the water should not pass his commandment. That's why salt water and fresh water don't mix. When he appointed the foundations of the earth, man. That angel was dead when the Most High appointed the foundations of the earth. If it's a globe, then, and if it's a globe, and these devils got satellites up there, they can tell you how big the earth is. They should basically know how deep the land go, or on a rough draft, they might be a little bit off, and how deep the ocean is. They probably won't be exactly 100% spot on, but they'll be right there, like 99% right there. If it was a globe. Come on, man. I ain't trusting in these devils, man. See how I'm dissecting they science, man. Let's go to 96 and 4. Psalms 96 and 4. Still on Yahawah. The book of Psalms, chapter 96, verse 4. For the Lord is great and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all gods. Let's go to Sirach 43 and 29. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 43, verse 29. The Lord is terrible and very great, and marvelous is his power. Now, Copernicus, who came up with the globe theory, he marvelous in his power. The Lord is terrible and very great, and marvelous in his power. Now, Esau's science is marvelous in his power. The Lord is terrible and very great, and marvelous is his power. Man, ain't nothing marvelous about these devil science, man. Let's go to the book of Isaiah. The book of Isaiah, chapter 55, verse 8. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. So, come on, man. The Most High consciousness is on an incomprehensible scale. And these devils can't comprehend how he did nothing. They like little kids playing with the stove. They can tamper with it, but they can't master none of this stuff. Because if they could, they would have did it by now. I don't care how long they sit in the lab and study. Because every time they manipulate something the Most High created, it start effing up stuff, messing up. It got a side effect with it that's not healthy. Let's go to 2 Peter. The book of 2 Peter, chapter 3, verse 8. I hate gossip too. It say, chapter 2 Peter, chapter 3, verse 8. But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is one day. Come on, man. These devils got a problem with living to 100. Rockefeller had to get about 5 heart transplants just to live to 100 and what, 4? When I just seen a black man that just ate raw vegetables and natural stuff his whole life, he learned from his father. Lived to 114. Ain't had no wrinkles, none of that. Using the natural stuff on this earth. Most I say 1,000 years is one day to him. So I don't see how brothers keep boosting these devils up like they anywhere near the Most High in comprehension. Saying they landed on the moon is you putting them on a God level, man. Saying they got this heart, this CERN machine that really can do something. You putting them on the level of Yahawah, man. If they can master his weapon. The Most I say use the weapon for his weapons. So you really think he gonna give these devils the understanding to master his weapon so they can use it as a weapon Come on, man. These devils is dumb. Let's go to Job. Yeah, the Most High been good to me. Let's go to Job, chapter 14, verse 1 and 2. Man that is born of a woman is of a few days. Most I say these people's of man is of a few days and full of trouble. What kind of fly is that, man? I forgot the name of that fly, man. They only live for 2 weeks. Got the name of that junk. He cometh forth like a flower and is cut down. He fleeth also as a shadow and continueth not. Come on, man. These devils, they understand and they don't continue, man. Know why it don't? This man died, his philosophy, his theory. These devils so much like crabs in the pack. Somebody gonna come along with another theory to kill that theory, to supersede or override that theory. So that man just like a flower that got cut down, meaning he died. And what it say? And continue with not. This understanding ain't gonna continue, man. Let's go to Genesis 6. I ain't even get to the videos yet. The book of Genesis chapter 6 verse 3. And the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. Oh man, these devils ain't nothing. They like a second compared to eternity, compared to the Most High, man. Come on, man, 100 years. 100 years like a nanosecond to the Most High. Let's go to Sirach 18. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 18. Verse 9. The number of man's days at the most are 100 years. Verse 10. As a drop of water unto the sea, and a gravel stone in comparison of the same. So are 1,000 years to the days of eternity. Come on, man. What it say? 1,000 years to the days of eternity, man. 1,000 years ain't even nothing compared to the Most I said. 1,000, one day is like 1,000 years to him. And right here, he say 1,000 years ain't nothing compared to the days of eternity. So even that 1,000 years ain't nothing. Let's go to Psalms. Yeah, Esau getting this. Let's go to Psalms 90. The book of Psalms. Chapter 90, verse 10. The days of our years are 80 years and 10. A score is 20 years. Man was starting to decrease. It went from 120 to 100 years. Then right here, it say the days of our years are 80 years and 10. That's 70 years. And if by reason of strength they be 80 years, that's 80 years. If you live a good life. Yet is their strength labor and sorrow, for it is soon cut off and we fly away. So it don't matter what you do in this kingdom, you barely gonna make it to 100 now, the way stuff is. The poison water, poison air, the way they manipulating the genes in the food, and all this evil stuff they doing. These devils, man, like I say. Brothers say the devil mean deceiver. Deceiver just one of his attributes. If he a devil, that D stands for divine. It's 2 words, divine evil. Because if you're a devil, you're the epitome of evil. So you're going to be divine. Deceiver just one attribute. If I do something in your face, is that deceiving you? Nah, don't these devils shoot us in our face? Do stuff to us in our face? Discrimination and all that. That ain't deceiving you. That's straight up. So that's divine. Because they the epitome of evil, man. That's what they about. Where we at? Let's go to Sirach 10. The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 10, verse 9. Why is earth and ashes proud? Why these devils proud, man? They just earth and ashes. Basically, you just dirt to the Most High. There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. Don't these devils want to be like the Most High? That's what you do when you covet. One of the 10 commandments. They want to own the earth. They want to create stuff like the Most High. It say, there is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. For such and one setteth his own soul to sale, because while he liveth, he casteth away his bowels. Come on, man. He throw his spirit away, man, going against the Most High. They want to do everything the Most High. They want everything the Most High got, his understanding wise. That's how they proud and they covet. Most High say, why is earth and ashes proud? He done gave man a little bit of technology and stuff. They puffed up. Now they want the full thing. They want all the Most High understanding. They already acting like it. God don't exist no more. Move Yahawah out the way. And now everybody believe it's our way. Our way is the way how creation starts and how it's supposed to go. Well, man, these devils is dumb, man. Let's go to the book of Isaiah. The book of Isaiah. Chapter 45. Verse 9. Woe unto him that striveth with his maker. Didn't I just read, why is earth and ashes proud? Ain't no more of a wicked thing than a covetous man. Let the potsherds strive with the potsherds of the earth. Shall the clay say to him that fashioneth it, what makest thou, O thy work? He hath no hands. So they acting like the Most High ain't create none of this stuff. Basically, he have no hands. If you the potter, if you the clay, and I'm the potter, and I formed you, how you acting like you got more understanding than me now? And I made you. You ain't got no hands. That means you ain't got no understanding. If I'm the creator and you the created thing, it say he don't got no hands. You ain't got no understanding to move me out my seat, my position. How you gonna take my position and you ain't got no hands? Hands. Meaning you ain't got no understanding to even maintain a earth and everything that's in it. I let you run the earth, you tearing it all up. So the most I say, where we at? Woe unto him that striveth with his maker. They striving against the Most High. They striving to destroy his chosen people. Striving against his earth, what he made, his creations and all that. And just striving against it. It say woe. Woe mean destruction. Let's go to Psalms 137. Hey. Psalms 137 and 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom. Moses said, remember them devils, man. In the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. These peoples, man, been plotting to destroy us, destroy our name, our heritage, which is the knowledge of the Most High. Forever, man. So don't think these devils not gonna lie to you about, they're gonna lie to you about everything. Anything they got the Most High name attached to it, they gonna switch it around and make it wicked, man. Just like brothers vilifying the full moon. When I got precepts where they gave the full moon honor. But you listen to brothers, they act like, because they've been listening to this about werewolves and stuff. Listen to these devils, man. This fiction writer came up with their story about werewolves and the full moon and witches and warlocks and all that. Back in Rome and Greece. Our same old enemies, man. Time and time again. When you look at the root of wickedness, man, what's been going on, them same people at the root. Them ancient Greeks and Romans and all that. All them together, man. The ancient Romans and the Greeks who went and learned down in Egypt from the Egyptians, who are Africans, who basically was holding on to remnants of the knowledge of the Most High. Well, they took it and turned it around on philosophy and all that. You know what I mean? Them Egyptians. It say, remember, O Lord, the children of Edom. in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, destroy it, even to the foundation thereof. When Jerusalem got ransacked and they raided the temple and all that, Most High say, remember them, right? Let's see why he said remember them. The book of Psalms, chapter 58, verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the death adder that stoppeth her ear. Come on, man. They gonna clog your ear up with lies, man. To the point you can't hear no truth. They say they stop with her ear. Who is her? The children of Israel, man. We that hurt. That woman, that her. Them children the Bible be talking about. That's us. But it say they poison. It's like the poison of a death adder. It stopping her ear. That's why people can't research nothing for themselves. Can't get no understanding. Can't listen to no wise people that's amongst us. Because they're poison, this television, this propaganda, these politicians, these fictional books, and all these movies, it stops the ear. Stuff is poison to our people, man. What is called the TV, Public Broadcasting System, PBS, Public Broadcasting System. That's just an example. You know what I mean? Public programming. Go to 2 Thessalonians 2:11. I'm fired up about these devils. They lucky my voice hoarse, man. That's alright. This joint gonna have probably might have 7 parts to it. I told them I'm coming like an assassin, man. I'm not playing. Ain't no more games with this little fake science. You got the right one, Jack. I'm gonna dive in and slowly, methodically dissect your science from the ground up. And I'm gonna destroy all these devils. Einstein, Copernicus, Isaac Newton, Kepler. Who else? James Webb. Who else? Hubble. Who else? And any of them devils with that fake science, man. Study like a champion. I don't do all this studying for nothing, man. Be telling people that. Some people think you just we just fake studying. We fake studying what's going on with our people and these scriptures. And like I'm gonna keep telling them, you can drop dead, man. You can't prove me wrong. Where your classes at? Where you teaching it? I don't want to hear it. We try and raise our people up, man, and teach our babies the right truth of the Most High Yahawah, man. Second Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 11. And for this cause God shall send them strong delusion that they shall believe a lie. Oh. Kennedy said they was gonna go to the moon. Neil Armstrong and them. We got the video where you see Neil Armstrong coming out the moon, walking off the moon land and stepping on the moon. But hold up, who was that up there filming? How was he the first person stepped on the moon when somebody was filming it? Where they get the video footage from? Because it's on ground level. That wasn't no satellite or nothing. If they can try to say that, the bubblegum people. Bring it on. How they gonna say that? It was somebody video. So when they sent the camera crew up there first and had them set up, so when Neil Armstrong and them landed, they was already filming them come off the moon landing. Man, wake up, man. Stop being dumb. Who was that filming them leave the moon? Somebody was filming them leave the moon. Man, them devils was in a movie studio, man. Because I got the video to prove. The secretary to Lyndon B. Johnson basically snitched on them. It said what they had to do to push that lie. Because they couldn't make the date because they ain't got to understand it. That's why. Where I'm at. Baruch 1 and 22. The book of Baruch, chapter 1, verse 22. But every man followed the imagination of his own wicked heart, to serve strange gods and to do evil in the sight of the Lord our God. So these devils imagining stuff, man. What the Most High say? For this cause God shall send them strong delusions that they should believe a lie. Are we really going to get to the moon? And for this cause God shall send them strong delusions that they should believe a lie. I'm going to control this weather. And for this cause God shall send them strong illusions that they should believe a lie. I'm going to be equal to the Most High God. And for this cause God shall send them strong delusions that they should believe a lie. Man, these devils delusional, man. Let's go to Baruch 1 and 22. But every man followed the imagination of his own wicked heart, talking about his mind, to serve strange gods and to do evil in the sight of the Lord our God, Yahawah, man. That's what these devils do. To serve strange gods. They serve Scientology, but they acting like they serve as Yahawah. To serve strange gods. They acting like they serving Hinduism, but they acting like they serving Yahawah. To serve strange gods. They follow all these pagan deities, but they acting like they serving the Most High God, Yahawah. To serve strange gods. And to do evil in the sight of the Lord our God, Yahawah, man. Doing evil to his face, man. Let's go to 2 Corinthians. The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 10, verse 5. Casting down imaginations. Hold on. Let's go up to 3. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. We not living carnally, going by what we seeing on TV. And, we want to pick up a gun and go to war with the so-called white man. We do not war after the flesh. Without our own thoughts telling us. Or with the flesh, meaning the mind of them devils, what they telling us. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds. But mighty. Nah, it's weak, but mighty. Nah, we supposed to be soft, but mighty. Nah, we supposed to just get along with everybody, but mighty. Through God to pulling down of strongholds. Now this kingdom ain't gonna fall down. Through God, the pulling down of strongholds. Oh, the white man wicked kingdom gonna last forever. Through God, the pulling down strongholds. Oh, the Israelites ain't gonna prophesy against this kingdom, bring it down, and our kingdom gonna set up. Through God, the pulling down of strongholds. Man, we operating through the Most High God, man, to pull his kingdom down. You don't see all the floods and all the strife and everything that's going on in the earth right now. When you go online, you can see it. Fox 5 not going to show it to you what's going on. This kingdom is coming down. This earth is in trouble, man. It's so much storms and punishing storms going on at the same time. Like the scripture says it's going to be. Like no time before. Like no time before. Well, if you're not looking for the information, you're not going to find it. Because you believe in what Fox 5 talking about. You believe what Maureen Ume and Steve Shenevy and Allison Seymour and Wisdom Martin talk about. Instead of believing what your Most High God talking about. Psalms 139 and 6. You ain't got a pot to piss and messing with me, Esau. I ain't scared. I ain't gonna duck your signs. I'm gonna relish the opportunity to dissect your lies, man. Like I said, you messed up, let me stay alive long enough to wake up. Waking me up, you damn near woke a prophet or old up. I ain't going for nothing on no level. And I got the understanding and the wisdom to dissect anything about this kingdom. Let's go to Psalms 136 and 1. Give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good, for his mercy endure forever. Oh, give thanks unto the God of gods, for his mercy endure forever. Oh, give thanks to the Lord of lords, for his mercy endure forever. To him who alone doeth great wonders, split the Red Sea, create the earth, the heavens, the water, whatever. For his mercy endure forever. To him that by wisdom made the heavens, for his mercy endure forever. To him that stretched out the earth above the waters. Stretched out the earth above the waters, man. He didn't say he wrapped the earth around the waters. He stretched the earth above the waters. Because the waters sit at sea level. It's level. Water always levels itself off. You can't wrap water around nothing. It's going to even itself out. To him that made great lights, the stars and the sun, the moon, for his mercy endure forever. Nah, Esau made Copernicus, he made the sun. Because he came up with that theory about the sun and all these planets revolve around the sun. To him that made the great lights, for his mercy endure forever. The sun to rule by day, for his mercy endure forever. The moon and stars to rule by night, for his mercy endure forever. Nah, Esau can block the sun out now. The sun to rule by day, for his mercy endure forever. These devils ain't gonna never be able to block no sun out. They can tamper with it. They might can get something up there for a while, a couple hours. That sun will burn that stuff up, man. Verse 10. To him that smote Egypt in their firstborn, for his mercy endure forever. We gotta keep remembering what the Most High did for us, man, and keep trusting in His word. And brought out Israel from among them, for His mercy endured forever. Verse 12. With a strong hand and with a stretched out arm, for His mercy endured forever. To Him which divided the Red Sea in parts, for His mercy endured forever. Let me see these devils split a whole sea up. Then I believe they went to the moon. If they can do that, divide a whole sea like a pot in your head, like you take a cone and pot your head. Let me see them do that. Then I believe they can control the Most High weather. Verse 14. And made Israel to pass through the midst of it, for His mercy endured forever. Come on, man. I'm giving Yahawah all them praises, man, and all that glory. I'm going to believe in Him and trust in the word that He tell us how He made the earth and what it looked like. Because our forefathers left record of what the earth looked like, of the knowledge that the Most High gave Adam in them. Come on, man. All right. Now we about to get into the shape of the earth. Now we about to really dive in. Got about 30 minutes left. I'm going to have to cut it. And I don't know if I can start back up or what to finish this. All right. All right. So, so now we about to get into two videos. So look at this devil. This is the devil Mark Sargent that leading that flat earth thing.
You should be able to see it. There should be hundreds of feet. Should be curvature between them. You should barely see the tops of those buildings. We're doing the curvature of the earth. Here's what the earth looks like. What we're saying is, of course, this is exaggerated. If you're here, eventually, if there's an object far enough, you won't be able to see it over here because the curvature of the earth puts it on the other side of the hill.
So why can you see them towers back there then? Why the curve ain't blocking them towers back there?
Not every light condition, science is having a problem combating what we're doing. Neil deGrasse Tyson, I didn't say his name.
You heard what he said? Science is having a problem combating what they doing. Because they doing actual studies to break down the lies, man. These lies. These lies was put forth in the 1500s. And they been living off that all the way to now. Only way they updating it, they just giving you CGI visual. CGI, pasting stuff, and making you think that's real. Fake pictures and all that. All these different technology. They using technology, these wicked devices, the brainwash and mislead you. Because that was their plan from back then, when they came back into power during the Renaissance, like they said they was going to do. Got another video. Now, these physicists They get paid to give you all the studies about gravity, about shape of the earth, and all that stuff. These physicists, paid physicists for NASA, whether they get paid by NASA or not, these official physicists, man, from these esteemed schools.
So it's day after day, looking at the plane finder. I need to watch a few as they cross either the South Pacific or the Indian Ocean.
See that?
I wait.
She an astrophysicist, man.
I first heard of people thinking that the Earth was flat, in elementary school, but in the context of history. I think it was in the last couple years that I heard that people are still believing this and making a lot of videos on it. So I started watching them because I was curious. And
yeah, they still. Why are you curious for if it's fake? Believing before the 1600s.
What's this guy doing?
Now watch this Edomite. Watch she basically say it's truth. And she an astrophysicist, man.
If not the southern hemisphere. This is a very easy test to perform.
So-called smart white woman. All these physicists.
About 5 years or so ago, probably on the internet, for sure. I saw an article.
It's another physicist,
maybe 6 months ago.
another scientist.
Fascinating, because if these people can pull it off, they're probably really, really smart.
How can they pull it off if it's fake? You hear that? He said if they can pull it off, then these people probably really, really smart. How they gonna pull it off if you're a physicist and you got satellites up there to see what the Earth really look like? So how can you even say they can pull it off? Come on now. Our people retarded, man.
All these scientists go off numbers, man. They ain't going off no observation. The Earth is flat. And so I Googled, and you find websites. And you
Mad shit, man. That shit ain't enough.
Videos this man is prolific.
And I was fascinated, and I just jumped right in, and I was probably in that.
This a scientist, man.
Podcast, Flat Earth Podcast, this, like others in the series, is something you've riveted. I would watch this myself.
They're wacky. They're bizarre.
Why she say all this,
They find this audience.
but she gonna basically say it's the truth.
This gospel.
Look, she on balls.
They can't just all be people walking
She
around
said people take it as gospel.
Like these are fairly normal people, at least some of them.
We go in a sports bar. A bartender runs over, and she goes, "He's talking about flat Earth." Yeah, watch it. High five.
You go into the office. Is someone flat earther? You go to a restaurant. Is the person making your food a flat earther? I don't know.
The very next day,
If they got satellites up there to see what the Earth really look like, they would know. They would know, and they would absolutely know that these people is lying. So why would they talking about it's fascinating what they doing if they can pull it off? Esau, man.
Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, man. 5 years ago, I started doing this whole brain power program, bouncing balls off hammers, working on my penmanship, working on my memory.
Watch what this Esau said.
Manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, zinc. And about 14 months ago, my brain coach, Michael Lavery, said, "Nathan, you got to look into flat Earth." And then the more I researched it, and then I found out that it's actually the biblical cosmology is a geocentric cosmology.
That?
Then I realized why they're hiding the truth. Because they don't want anyone to know anything.
Biblical cosmology, man. That's why they hide it, man.
So they can inject.
Our brothers need to wake up, man.
Their public schooling and this heliocentric model, which is basically forced sun worship.
You hear that?
They made up
forced sun worship, man. This the devil telling you himself.
Perpetuate this 6 billion-year-old Earth.
He ain't even the truth.
The math doesn't work out. 14 billion-year-old Earth. So I actually ran into it.
He ain't even no scientist or nothing.
That's why I'm asking to see in Hebrew. Technically, it's the word Nashah, but it sounds so similar. You hate Americans? Is that it? Excuse me? Yeah. How the hell did you get that? Well, I just got kicked out of Starbucks for asking NASA employee questions. I ended up getting kicked out of a bunch of Facebook groups. So then I started the group, the official Flat Earth and Globe discussion. It was a slow start at first. I just added all my friends and said, hey, talk about Flat Earth. There's no cursing, no insults. That was about 14 months ago, and that's blossomed into 53,000 members. Excuse me. Can I ask you a question?
These devils getting paid off of our forefathers' understanding, man. This our stuff.
I've been telling them for years it didn't come from monkeys. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, I run the largest flat earth group in the world. We're actually filming a documentary about it, so.
Getting paid laughing off our stuff, our history.
Here's some flat earth music. Next level. Flat earth bottle on my bezel.
Look, rapping and all that.
Look, Esau getting paid off of y'all niggas' history, man. Y'all brothers' history.
George Orwell.
This is another way that Esau's taking what we've been doing.
Edward
They making rap songs and all that about
it. On Earth.
That was our history before the 1600s, man.
The first chapter is Samuel Robotham proved
you brainwashed the lights need to
people have a flat earth.
Wake up.
Totally wrong. You know, they think they're total idiots and they live in their mom's basement and they believe everything anyone tells them. It's quite the opposite. We test everything. We're all either super successful or doing our own thing.
You hear that?
I've met hundreds of flat earthers, and none of them are living in their mom's basement. So,
no, it's just people that go out and study, man, and stop believing what the devil feeds you.
Inspired. So
I will do some research for their own self.
And just a slew. Everybody started coming.
Let they spur guide them to the truth. That's all that is.
Flat Earth, NASA lies, all that fun stuff.
You hear that? Devil told you out his own mouth, man. Told you out his own mouth. The biblical cosmology chart, like I said. Let's go back to Isaiah. Isaiah 45. I got about 20-something minutes left on this first installment. Book of Isaiah, chapter 45, verse 18. For thus said the Lord that created the heavens, God himself that formed the earth and made it. God himself and formed the earth and made it. Now Copernicus made it because he said it was a globe. God himself that formed the earth and made it. Come on, man. These devils is lying, man. They ain't make nothing. For thus saith the Lord that created the heavens, God himself that formed the earth and made it. He established it. He created it not in vain. He formed it to be inhabited. I am the Lord, and there is none else. So the God had all this wisdom and knowledge to form this earth the way it is. You think he left out the part about, oh, what if they get the technology one day to try to escape? What I'm going to do? You think he ain't think about that? An infinite being? You think he going to leave that out? Come on, man. Brothers don't think, man. Don't think. Most High telling you himself right there, man. I created the earth myself. Meaning he was the designer of it. Let's go to Genesis 1:1. This shows you right there, man. Heard it out Esau's mouth itself, going against his own people. Like the scriptures say they counsel shall bear witness against them. Something to that effect. Basically saying Esau gonna be going against his own people. Gonna be telling on himself. Genesis 1 verse 1. In the beginning, God created heaven and the earth. Let's go back. For thus saith the Lord that created the heavens, God himself that formed the earth and made it. He have established it. He created it not in vain. He ain't created in vain for devils to come along and say, oh, act like they created it. He formed it to be inhabited. I am the Lord and there is none else. Come on, man. I got this understanding. Ain't nobody got this understanding I got. Damn sure not the base man on the planet. Genesis 1 verse 1. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Telling you over and over, man. Go back to this Copernicus letter. Nicholas Copernicus published in 1543. This model positioned the sun near the center of the universe. Didn't that devil say it's for sun worship? Because it is. They put the sun in the middle and everything revolve around the sun. Revolve around the sun. What was the Egyptians doing? The sun god. Wasn't they worshiping the sun? Nicholas Copernicus and published in 1543, this model positioned the sun near the center. 45 and 18. For thus said the Lord that created the heavens, God himself that formed the earth. Now Copernicus, Nicholas Copernicus formed it in 1543 with this globe. Come on, man. Brothers need to wake up, stop, man, study, man. Meditate on these lies, man. Land me back off stuff you done research that makes sense and build a case against these devils, man. Because I ain't number one, man. Know what I mean? We supposed to be land me backing off each other and circulating where we can see the truth is. Let's go to Job 26. The book of Job, chapter 26, verse 10. He hath compassed the waters with bounds until the day and night come to an end. So the model telling you right there, he compassed the bounds, the waters with the bounds. What's them bounds? The ice shelf that circle the earth to keep the water in. Antarctica is not a continent, man. It's the ice shelf. Why you think all them countries got a UN treaty? The only one thing that all the countries on earth agree on is that we can't let nobody find out what Antarctica really is. That it ain't no Antarctica, that it's an ice shelf that circle the earth to keep the water in the earth and all that in. Just this segment of the earth is sectioned off with an ice barrier around it. And the firmament, we can't go but so far because it's the firmament too. Got a video showing the refraction. What's refraction? When light, the way light look when it go through water or glass. That you can tell the firmament is close by somewhere. Basically a part of the earth that you can't go past that point. But they can't even get past the ice shelf. It's so cold and so many thousands of miles of ice. They can't make it. What it say? Where I was at. He hath compassed the waters with bounds. So if it's a globe, then the water ain't got no bounds. It just could go all over the place. But if everything's sitting down on a level thing and it got a perimeter, that means the water got bounds, man. The way Esau, I'm saying, with this spinning globe flying through space, I mean, the water just be flying up off that junk, man. Come on, man. What's holding the water when the bottom part of the earth where the water is? It can just fall off into space. Come on, man. Brothers don't think. Let's go to Acts. Yeah, if it's a globe, it ain't no bounds that the water can't pass. Flying through space, water can fall off the earth into space. Spending 67 seconds. I got a sperm and I'm gonna show what water actually does when it's in something that's spinning. Believe that fake theory stuff, man. I mean that fake gravity stuff. How gravity can hold all these trillions of gallons of water on a spinning ball flying through empty space without not one drop falling off into space. But gravity can't even stop a flying Negro or the birds or anything else that naturally can fly, glide or whatever. I can throw a football 50 yards. Come on, man. It don't make sense. Let's go to the book of Acts. Chapter 17, verse 26. And have made of one blood all nations of men for to dwell on the face of the earth, and had determined the times before appointed and the bounds of their habitation. Another thing, if the land wrapped around a ball, how's it got a face? If it got land wrapped around the back part of the earth, that's the head. If the earth is the head, only one part of it can be the face. It say the face of the earth, man. What's the underground part of the earth? That ain't the face. The depths of. That's like the land wrapped around the back of the head of the earth. If the earth, he said the face of the earth. If the earth got a face, then another part of it considered like the head part of it. And if the land is wrapped around a globe, it's going to wrap around to the back part of the earth on that globe. If it's the face of the earth, like you got a face, your eyes and all that stuff sit on your face, your eyes and nose and all that ain't wrapped all around your head. Everything is in order. A spinning globe flying 67,000 miles per hour, 66.6 thousand miles per hour. That's not order. That's chaotic. It's flying through space. It can get hit by an asteroid. I'm talking about the way they science say stuff won't go. According to them. That ain't order. The Most High say he ain't about confusion. That's confusion. If the earth potentially can be destroyed, that's simple. But see, that's the lie of these devils to make you think the earth is insignificant. Oh, it's just a small little dot that's traveling around the sun. When the whole time, the heavens up there circling, he got the heavens circling around the earth, man. The stuff he created for us to see, that's up there, is circling around the earth. The earth is the center of all this stuff. But we've been indoctrinated with lies so long, we can't break out of that. It's just comfortable just to go with what you learned when you was in elementary. We got to be retaught like little kids, man, to kill all these lies. That's what the scriptures say. I ain't say it. And let me show you. Even these devils give you little hints and clues, man. They know we don't question nothing here, and we go with everything they say. So they can put truth right in our face. This the UN flag. This supposed to be the earth, the continents, and all that, right? See that white reef going around there? That's the ice shelf. That's what that symbolizes right there. And all that blue up in there, that's the water. Didn't the scripture just say that? Where the scripture at? He could pass the waters with bounds until the day and night come to an end. That's how you could pass the waters, man, with bounds. All this the earth and it's the water could pass with bounds. That's them devils showing you, man, this earth is an enclosed garden, man. The Garden of Eden, enclosed garden of delight. That's what the earth is, a big aquarium. People don't want to face the truth, man. We in a created system. It's natural, but it was created. You know what I mean? Let's go to planet definition of them. Now we about to start digging. Now, let's go to the definition of a planet. So where we at now? Planet definition. All right. So here we go. This is the definition of a planet. Now we about to see who came up with this and what's the meaning. The definition of a planet. Since the word was coined by the ancient Greeks, and there go that word Greek again. These devils, man, been doing this manipulation forever, man. Just like they steal everything we do now and flip it around, they've been doing it back then. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Has included within its scope a wide range of celestial bodies. Greek astronomers employed the term asterisk plante, meaning wandering stars, for star-like objects which apparently moved over the sky. Over the millennium, the term has included a variety of different objects, from the sun and the moon to satellites and asteroids. Come on, man. That's the first off right there. They came up with the word planet and the definition and what it means and all that. All right. Let's go to the plane. Earth plane. Let's see what a plane means. Now they gave you their definition of what a planet is, where they made up all this stuff about these globe spheres, these other planets and the moons and all that stuff. The stars is globes too. They came up with that. Our enemies, man. What it say? Never trust thine enemy. Sirach 12 and 10. Now let's go up to now we about to see what the definition of plane is. Because they added the T. I just read it. They the ones that came up with that term. They stole our term and added on to it. The word plane. Now, their definition of a planet was these globes, right? I just gave you the definition. They saying sun, moon, stars, all that stuff. Asteroids. This the definition of plane. What our forefathers was calling this earth plane. A flat surface on which a straight line joining any two parts on it would wholly lie. Come on, man. Definition 2. A level of existence, thought, or development. Completely level or flat. Come on, man. We on this earth plane level of existence, man. Let me see. And another definition for everything is connected on a spiritual plane. Oh, okay. What was that? A sentence? Synonyms: flat surface, level surface. See that? Synonym for plane is level surface. Level surface. Level means it's even. It ain't uneven wrapped around a ball. That's what it's like. A flat surface on which a straight line joining any two points on it would wholly lie. The horizontal plane, meaning it's going from left to right. I mean, it can go like this. It's meaning it's a level thing. Synonyms: flat surface, level surface. It say more. A level of existence, thought of development. Okay. Adjective: completely level or flat. Come on, man. Told you I'm gonna dissect. This Esau, man. Genesis verse 1 and 1. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Esau created, he called it a planet. God called it a planet right here in the beginning. It's called a planet, and it's a globe. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Come on, man. Let's go to Job 38 and 4. Almost time. Job 38 and 4. Where was thou? This is what the Most High saying to Esau. Where was thou when I laid the foundations of the earth? Declare if thou hast understanding. Let me this part 1, this round 1. Of me destroying Esau's sides. Zephaniah, YASHARAHLA from Sith Lord Tiger, service in the house of the Lord, together in God's eternal righteousness. Sith Lord Tiger, this round 1. Ding.